Just adjustment level. Now that you're 8 games into this, are you comfortable?
Yeah, 100%. Excuse me. I've been comfortable since the first game, but as the season goes on, I just feel the confidence from my teammates, and especially from the coaching staff. I had a couple of bad shooting nights in the first half. They're telling me, stay aggressive. Keep shooting, keep probing. Keep looking for your teammates. So I feel like I'm definitely comfortable now.
Joe, I'm sure, going through the game live, you obviously get impressions and you have an idea of obviously what's going on. But watching Xavier again, the game on what we were, anything change? I mean, was it worse than what it seemed? I mean, what did it look like the second time around?
Yeah, it was definitely worse. It's a really good team, but I just felt like we beat ourselves. We watched film. Everybody watched it individually, and we watched it as a team yesterday. And, there's nothing that we can't change. We just had a couple mental lapses, on the defensive end and on the offensive end as well. But, it is what it is. It happened already. So, I'm pretty sure the guys flushed it already.
So, there's lessons to be learned there, though, right? If you could just kind of talk about, what do you take from? Because obviously, we're not talking about it was a bad performance the whole game. It was like, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So, what do you take for that? Because you still got like 30 games left.
Yeah, 100%. I got together with Eric and Keedy, and I just told them that loss is on us. As the guards, we got to do a better time looking at the clock, time management. Getting the ball where it needs to be. Scoring, taking the matter into our own hands. If anything's not going on, we need to go make something happen. So definitely time management and just bringing the team together. I felt like at times, people will get turnovers or, somebody will miss a shot and they'll get down on themselves. And I need to do a better job of going up to them saying, next play. No, don't worry about that. It happened already.
How hard is it to take what you guys have done, guys in the Big 12, Big East, Big 10, Pac-12, Mobley Junior College, and put them all together? The styles of play that they've been used to playing is tough. It has to be an adjustment.
Yeah, it's definitely an adjustment. I would say the Big 10 is, just as good as the Big 12 in my opinion. Obviously, I feel like there's definitely better players in the Big 12. They play harder, but I would say the Big 10 is not an easy. It's not an easy conference either. So the transition for me wasn't really tough. And obviously we haven't started Big 12 play yet, but I just feel like I'm still ready for it, and I'm pretty sure the guys in the locker room feel like they're ready too.
Forget you though. Just as a group. You got guys from everywhere, and every like West Coast basketball is different than East Coast basketball, and It has to be an effort to put it together into what you want.
Yeah, definitely. I tell the guys this all the time. I be like, we put our shoes on the same way they put on our shoes, no matter who they are. So you got to beat us in order for us to think that you guys are better than us. That's just how we play.
How would you characterize Big Ten basketball? Different styles. Iowa, you guys played really fast, but a lot of them don't. Mm-hmm. Wisconsin obviously doesn't. So. How would you characterize it? Can you? Because there's so many divergent styles.
Yeah, I feel like it just depends on the coach. and it depends on the players you have as well. I feel like some teams play really fast. Like you said, Iowa was a really fast-paced team. Iowa, Illinois, I would say Michigan at times. And then there's teams like Wisconsin, Nebraska who wants to play in like the 40s, the 50s. So, I just feel like it depends on the coach and the players you have.
Do you have one you like better than another? I'd imagine point guards likes to go fast.
Yeah, 100%. But the thing is, as I grew, I see why teams play slow. I see why. It helps with the pace of the game for the team who wants to play slow, and it takes away the other team, trying to run and do other things like that when you're, scoring at your own pace.
So going back to you talking about how you talked with Eric and Keedy after the game, saying the loss was kind of on you guys, do you think kind of taking that accountability is able to prevent guys from pointing fingers, especially when things were going your way for first half and then kind of just fell fell away late?
Yeah, definitely. I'm always the guy to take the blame, no matter what it is. I always take the blame, and I'll take what comes with it. I mean, I've always been like that since I was a young kid. I did it with my siblings. I will always take the blame, so that's just who I am, And I feel like it's just way too early to start pointing fingers at each other at all, just to point fingers, And I tell people, if you want to point fingers, just point them at me. I'll live with the arguments and the consequences. Like I'll live with it. So, but there's no reason for us to point fingers. We played well in the first half, in my opinion. Just had some mental lapses at the end of the game, and we learned from it. So hopefully it won't happen again.
Joe, with your time in Iowa, did you guys ever play any of the service academies?
We did not.
Okay.
We did not.
It's been a long time for West Virginia, too. So, other than David Robinson went to school at Navy, what else have you guys learned about?
Pretty solid team, to be honest with you. They're not bad. I remember they beat Virginia last year as well. I was watching that game when they beat Virginia. It's a solid team all around. You're not going to speed them up. Very good coach. Very coachable, disciplined. They're not going to do uncharacteristic things, and they're not going to go off on their own. Try to go one-on-one with you. They're going to stick to their team basketball.
Is there anything I don't know if "neat's" the right word or not, but is there anything neat to play in a service academy, or is it just another game?
No disrespect, it's just another game for me though. It's just a regular game, another day at the office.
Joe, what's the worst thing a sibling did that you took the rap for?
Lied to my mother. Lied to my mom.
How do you take
Said I told him to lie to you.
That's not happening in house here, is it?
No.
Bob last game was pretty upset afterwards about the drives to the middle and staying in front of guys. It sounds very easy to stay in front of them, but with how fast guys are and their screens on both sides, they want to go to a certain spot. How hard is it to stay in front of you?
It's difficult. Everything in basketball is difficult on the defensive side. To be honest, it's just a matter if you want to do it or you don't. And I tell guys that all the time. So it's not easy. Coach is not telling you this because it's easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So, it's just a matter of if you want to guard this guy, if you want to stop this guy.
Joe, you're coming off the bench, but you're playing more minutes than you ever have in your career. How do you describe your role in the team?
I think I have a very important role in this team. I was talking to my brother too about that, and he was just telling me, I have to play well in order for us to win. And I see that that's just the truth. I need to play well every game, whether it's passing, scoring, stopping somebody at the end of the game. I have to play well in order for us to win. So I feel like my role on this team is really big. I feel like I'm a glue guy. I just feel like, he could put me in spots where, they really need me to, excel at.
On that note, though, if say you're not playing well early on, and how do you not press and try and do too much that then negatively affects the team for the rest of the game?
I always stay positive no matter what. You'll never see me pout, sulk, anything on the court, no matter what it is. Maybe I'll talk to the ref a little bit, which I shouldn't do that, but you'll rarely see me, pout, sulk, or anything like that. I just try to stay positive, because the more positive you think, just the better the game will be.
Joe, I was asking Coach, obviously some of you, and like Bob was saying, there's so many different guys coming in, and I guess I'm kind of wondering, there's a big difference between like off the court chemistry, guys getting along, and on the court chemistry, and I'm kind of wondering the on the court chemistry, like if it's a step ladder, like where are you guys at in terms of reaching that on-court stuff?
There's definitely room for improvement. We definitely improved, I believe, since the summertime. Obviously, we're still not there yet, and I'm glad we're taking these losses now. Rather take these losses and, learn from it now than, in March. So I feel like there's definitely, room for improvement, but I feel like we're getting better every day. I always tell people, at some point, you're going to need help in the game. So if you help me, then at some point I know you're going to need help and I'm going to help you. So that's just my logic behind everything.
Joe, thank you.
Yep.